Hello again, everyone. Hope you are well on this Wednesday afternoon. It is 75 degrees here, and it's almost getting dark. It's been a long day, y'all. Been a long day. One of them days where it just keeps on going for a while. That happens. But I'm going to try to get this video in before it gets totally dark on me here. So bear with me. We have a housing alarm in the United States. For sure. Alarm bells. I'll go on into that here in a little bit. Also, a very contagious virus that is spreading among horses. Not wild horses. These are horses that are show horses and such, and in rodeos out in Texas. I'll go into that. Very interesting. And also some more thoughts on the Epstein thing, y'all. Wow. Little update there. I'll go into that, so stay tuned. I have a terrific passage I'll share with you towards the end of the video. It's very encouraging. It's an excellent reminder. Okay, so stay tuned for that. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you have any hype points left, hit that hype on me. Throw it at me. I appreciate it. Virus and horses, y'all. Had a viewer share this story with me. They live in I'm trying to remember, I think northeast Texas, I believe. But anyway, they shared that there's a very contagious virus that is spreading among the horse population, and this really broke out really bad today. Started in Waco at a big event, and this is spreading quickly. They think it may be airborne, but it's causing rodeos, shows, a lot of events with horses to be canceled, y'all. And it's affecting whole barns. They're putting out alerts to, shelter your horses for now, so they can figure out what's going on. They don't know what they can do to, to treat this right now. They say this virus is, oops, bear with me. They say this virus is called EHV1. It's a respiratory illness, and it can cause neurological damage in horses. So far, as far as we know, no danger to humans. So if I can get an update on this, I will let you know. If you are aware of this situation or live in that area and have heard about it and you get updates, put it down in the comments. I appreciate it. Or email me. Would appreciate it. But that sounds serious. And horses are beautiful animals. I've always admired them. Never owned one, of course, but I've always admired them. And I hope this can be rectified. I really do. So anyway, just to put that out there for your, information. I saw earlier Elon Musk said, that guy, he said, if current AI and robotics trends continue the way they have been, money will stop being relevant in the future. Now, make of that what you will. But I believe, kind of believe this for a long time, but I believe this country, in a large part, is ruled by the oligarchs, the technocrats. We are a technocracy, and that's just reality, y'all. It's sad, but I think that's the case. And whatever figurehead is the president or in Congress, I think they're bought and paid for the most part. Maybe not 100%, but man, I don't know. Epstein came out today. Let's see. The DOJ is saying that they will release Epstein files within 30 days. This is from the Attorney General Bondi. However, may not be comprehensive, as the agency may have to hold back material that could impact the Trump-ordered investigation of Democrat figures who associated with Epstein. There you go. Kind of knew that, though, didn't we? And to protect the identity of victims. You want to talk about a steaming, huge steaming pile of dog squeeze, y'all. It's disgusting. It's so disgusting that we will never, I believe, I'm just predicting, we will never really know the depth of this. I imagine they might throw out some names of some people that are expendable, some lower level people or whatever, and they'll throw out a lot of information. A lot of it will be blacked out, redacted, whatever you want to call it. And they'll say, this is the final thing. This is it. We've done our part. And that'll be it. That's what I believe will happen. And it's just, it's disgusting. Like I said yesterday, criminals, people in power, and the more power you have, the more you're protected. They're protected. Now, if one of us goes out and forgets to pay our taxes one time or something, you know what I mean? Or something like that, or run a red light out here, we're hauled to the side. Pinned to the wall. Especially if you're a citizen. Somebody made a comment. This is a good point. I ain't even thought about it this way, but it's dang true. Somebody made a comment, I believe in yesterday's video. If you notice, they don't call us citizens anymore. They call you taxpayers or consumers. You're a consumer. You're a taxpayer. Like you're a burden. Like that's what you're here for. Useless eater. Not a citizen. Not a citizen. So just be quiet and be thankful of what you have. What a bunch of dog squeeze, man. It's disgusting. Sadly, that's the world we live in, and including this nation right now. Big alarm bells in the housing market. Now, I guess they're holding back from calling it an all-out housing crash, and they're calling this a cooling, I guess you could call it. Housing alarm as half of all United States homes fall in value. It's the biggest drop since the Great Recession. Been hearing that term a lot. We haven't seen this since the Great Recession. We haven't seen that since 2008. See a trend here? You see a trend? Except there's all kind of bubbles. In the Great Recession, it was like a housing bubble. Now it's like mini bubbles. And they're about to go boom. So home values are falling more than half of America. The biggest share since the country. My light went out. What happened to my light? It just don't want to. All right, there we go. It's like the robots do what they want to do. Maybe it'll stay on this time. All right. Biggest share since the country was still clawing its way back from the Great Recession. New data from Zillow shows that 53% of United States homes have lost value over the past year, the highest level since 2012, when the housing crash finally hit bottom. Yeah, it hit bottom, all right. The national market looks flat on paper, but the average masks huge differences between regions, cities, and even neighborhoods. Prices have been slipping in much of the South and the West as more homes hit the market and buyers stay on the sidelines. Many would-be buyers are holding off amid recession fears, stubbornly high mortgage rates, and above 6%, and a standoff with sellers who refuse to cut asking price. Now, we had a neighbor. I'll go into that in a minute. Many of the biggest drops are in once red hot pandemic boomtowns. Denver, 91% of homes have fallen from their peak value. 89% in Austin, 88% in Sacramento. Florida also been hit hard as well. More than 80% of homes in Jacksonville, Orlando, and Tampa are now worth less than they were a year ago. Dallas and San Antonio are also seeing declines of more than 85%. Zillow report echoes similar in the S&P. That's not as important. So this is a housing cool down, they're calling it. So Jacksonville, Orlando, Tampa, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, Denver, Las Vegas, 81%, Phoenix, over 80%, Sacramento, San Francisco, 83% of homes losing value. Portland, Oregon, 81% losing value. Overall, very few Americans are in a home worth less than they paid for it. Only 4.1% of U.S. homes are now valued below their last sale price. A smaller share than before the pandemic. So I know here in our situation, we bought our current house in 2017. Its value it's more than doubled since then. There's no way we could afford the price it would be right now. There's just no way. Of course, we're not alone. Many are like that. Homeowners insurance, property taxes, eating people alive. They've put a hard hit on us too, making it almost impossible for you get a house payment. A lot of people just figure that's going to be my house payment forever. No, it's not the case. You got to figure you're going to have increases, right? But a lot of new homeowners don't see that, and even if we wanted to move right now, we would have to. The way the prices are still pretty up there, we would get a lot less house that would probably need a lot of work for way more money. There's no way we're moving right now. Unless something drastic happens. Not that we want to right now. We're in a pretty decent situation. We're in a pretty good neighborhood. So, we're staying put. If we wanted to move, kind of stuck like Chuck. But, we could probably make it happen somehow. But it would be a big change. Huge change. Looking down the road, we might. But right now, we're staying put. We had a neighbor put their house up for sale, and I think they thought they were going to sell that thing like within days or something, like it was a few years ago. But no, it took over 2 months, and they have it on like under contract now, but that's still not a done deal. So I hope they can go ahead and everything goes fine for them. I really do. But yeah, so share your thoughts on that. But I shouldn't be like this. I don't have a terrific outlook for 2026, y'all. I just really don't. When you really think about anything from the economy to our politics, our all kinds of stuff. Housing, prices, fuel, energy, utilities, this AI race, all the data centers, WW3. I don't know about y'all, but we've been doing this for a while. But our Christmas, we're definitely minimalist as far as Christmas. As far as spending money, our focus is spending time together. Make some good food, enjoy one another's company, and celebrate the reason for the season. Get together. That's Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. We pulled way back on spending money on for Christmas. Way back. The main focus is getting together, enjoying one another's company. Like I said, we've pulled way back on eating out. It's like a treat, it's just something every now and then you do as a treat. It's don't totally deprive yourself. If you can afford to do it every now and then, go for it. It's like a reward or a treat, you know. Every now and then eat that piece of chocolate, all in moderation. But as far as, pulled way back, we're preparing a lot of our food and making it last and making it stretch. I mean, we've even gone back. We've been watching those videos of the old, Depression era cooking and all that kind of stuff back in the Depression, and even in the 70s, and even in the 80s, how you used to cook and how you used to make meals stretch and last, even without much in the house. You can really be creative. And so we're doing a lot of that. So share your thoughts again. I'm going to go to a passage. I'm in, let's see, Galatians chapter 2. Galatians chapter 1, verse 10, from the Apostle Paul's writings. For am I now seeking favor with people or of God? Or am I striving to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a bondservant of Christ. It's another reminder to the priority is to please Christ, God, and to follow Jesus. That's priority. You can please people too, if you want to, and we all like to do that, but the priority is pleasing Him first. That's the priority. It's easy to lose focus sometimes, right? But let's keep focused on Him. Let's keep in prayer. Stay close to Jesus. Let's be safe. Let's be careful out there, y'all. God bless you. I'll see you soon.